My aunt offered me $100,000 to carry her baby. I said yes, then found out she was planning to keep me pregnant for the next decade. I'm 22, broke, and drowning in student loans. When Aunt Michelle proposed surrogacy, it seemed like a miracle. One pregnancy, life-changing money, help a family, easy decision. She called me on a Tuesday, said she and Uncle Greg had been trying for years. IVF wasn't working. She was too old to carry safely. Her voice cracked when she said, "You're our last hope." I felt guilty for even hesitating. This was family. She'd helped pay for my textbooks sophomore year, babysat me as a kid, taught me how to drive. The next week, she took me to lunch at this expensive restaurant downtown, ordered champagne even though I couldn't drink it yet, slid an envelope across the table. "Just look it over, no pressure." Inside was a check for $10,000, just for agreeing to review the contract. The full amount would come in installments during and after pregnancy. My boyfriend Tyler was skeptical. That's a lot of money for someone who's supposedly struggling financially, but I was already imagining my loans disappearing. Maybe even a down payment on a car that didn't break down every other month. The contract arrived 3 days later. 47 pages of dense legal text. Tyler skimmed the first few pages and said it looked standard. Medical coverage, compensation schedule, termination clauses, but something made me keep reading. Maybe it was the way Aunt Michelle kept texting me. "Did you sign yet? The clinic needs it by Friday. We're so excited." Page 31. Buried in a section labeled Extended Participation Contingencies. Surrogate agrees to participate in up to 6 additional pregnancies over the following 10 years, as needed by the intended parents or their designated associates, under the same financial terms adjusted for inflation. I read it 3 times. 7 total pregnancies. 10 years. I called her immediately. My hands were shaking. "Aunt Michelle, what's this part about 6 additional pregnancies?" She laughed. That same warm laugh from my childhood. "Oh, sweetie, that's just precautionary language. Lawyers always add extra clauses. We only want 1 baby. I promise." "Then why is it in there?" "Honestly, I don't even remember. Greg's lawyer wrote it." You know how paranoid attorneys are, but her voice had changed. Tighter, less warm. I told her I'd think about it and hung up. Tyler was playing video games in the living room. I sat there staring at page 31. Something felt wrong. I opened my laptop and Googled Michelle Patterson surrogacy. The third result was a Reddit post from 3 years ago. Title: "Is it normal for family to pressure you for multiple surrogate pregnancies?" The post described a woman's sister who'd convinced her to be a surrogate once, then immediately started pushing for a second pregnancy, then a third. The woman felt trapped because family doesn't abandon family. The username was deleted, but in the comments, someone had mentioned the sister's name, Michelle. My stomach dropped. I scrolled back to the contract and found the intended parents and associates section. It listed Aunt Michelle and Uncle Greg, but below their names were 3 other couples, each with a blank space next to estimated conception date. They'd planned this, the whole thing. Use me once, get me comfortable with the money, then guilt me into doing it again and again. I grabbed my phone to call Tyler over, but it buzzed first. Text from Aunt Michelle. "Hey sweetie, I'm actually in your neighborhood. Can I stop by real quick? Just want to chat about the contract." I hadn't told her where I lived recently. I'd moved 2 months ago. "How do you know my address?" "Your mom mentioned it. See you in 10? I told her sure, but my heart was pounding. I forwarded the contract to my email, took photos of page 31, sent everything to Tyler with the message: "If anything feels wrong, call the police." The knock came 8 minutes later. Aunt Michelle walked in with a man in an expensive suit. "This is Bernard, our attorney. I thought it would be easier if he explained the contract in person, clear up any confusion." Bernard sat on my couch without being invited, pulled out a tablet. "The offer expires tonight," he said flatly. "Your aunt has another candidate lined up, but she's giving you first priority because you're family." Aunt Michelle touched my arm. "We really need an answer, honey. The clinic has a small window for the procedure." I looked at both of them, at the contract still open on my laptop, at my phone recording in my pocket. "Okay," I said. "I'll sign." Aunt Michelle's face lit up. Bernard pulled out a pen. "Just let me read page 31 out loud first for the recording." Her smile vanished. Bernard reached for my phone, but I was already backing toward the door. "I sent the video to every family member in our group chat 5 minutes ago, along with page 31 and the Reddit post from 3 years ago." Within an hour, 4 of my cousins had replied saying Aunt Michelle had approached them with the exact same contract, and 2 of them had already done 1 pregnancy before cutting contact. My aunt's now facing a lawsuit and is banned from every fertility clinic in the state.